I've been thinking a lot about the Vearse Farm development, and I keep looking out of our window because we live right opposite, and I keep looking over the fields and thinking, does this have to be business as usual?
My overarching problem with all the planning that's going on in Bridport at the moment is what is said to be localism isn't localism at all. What local democracy is about is it's about getting the local community's views.
I did a geography degree which I finished 25 years ago, and while I was doing that geography degree I went to the very first meeting of the International Panel for Climate Change, where they announced that global warming was happening. So I'm very aware that in just over half of my lifetime we have got not very much further towards our targets on trying to stop global warming.
We need to think more carefully about it and not just carry on doing things the way that we've always done things. We need to be innovative, and I think as human beings we're really capable of being innovative, and it's a perfect opportunity really in one way to do that.
I know there's a landowner who owns that piece of land, but whatever happens to that piece of land affects all of us, and I keep thinking there's so many problems that we need to address for the future, and yet we still seem to feel that these normal type mainstream developments have to go ahead, with maybe the odd little paying a little bit of lip service to environmental concerns, but basically still not a sustainable development.
I think it's a real kind of missed opportunity really, because there's a potential there to be imaginative and to be kind of pioneering and looking at new ways to make sustainable housing, to work with the land rather than kind of against it. And it just sort of feels like we're on the cusp of the opportunity to do something exciting that, you know, is of potentially national importance, rather than playing safe and kind of following a more kind of conservative, traditional sort of route of following profit.
What we need most of all is housing for local communities. I'd like to see us impose a rule, much like was done in Devon, that all development in this town is for local people and not for people coming in with second houses from London or holiday homes or whatever. And that a large amount of it is for people who can't afford housing.
So the Vearse Farm plot really looks like it's very good farmland. It looks like it's really rich agricultural soil, and the vision for development around the UK and around the world now is that a lot of the good agricultural soil that surrounds towns should actually be safeguarded in many ways for producing the food that we need in order to be more self-sufficient.
I think at this stage in our society we should really be thinking about how land and food growing go together with homes, and in a way there's a great opportunity to have an assisted agricultural system, small scale, associated with homes, so that, you know, you might have that development could have 3 or 4 small holdings attached to it that would deliver veg boxes to the homes. There could be all sorts of really interesting ways of combining land use and homes. It could be an exemplary project.
Through the years working at the Bridport market and meeting lots of people in the area, I feel like that vision of low impact development is something that a lot of people in the Bridport area are really interested in.
Bridport could be leading the way. This is a massive opportunity to do that. So I really hope that it's not business as usual, and I just call on the people making the decision, and the people who own the land, and the people who stand to make money out of the development to really think long and hard and do something brilliant instead of what's being proposed.
the main reason they're doing something is because they want to make some money. It's the wrong foot to start out on straight away. And I think if you're like that, then you're not really interested. You don't really want to involve ordinary people because you don't want anything to hold you up.
So, in short, ideally, it'd be all social housing. The council would own it. We'd build on stilts or something out of wood. We'd be able to produce electricity locally to supply those houses and possibly sell some off. There'd be water capture systems and a lovely hydroponic farm growing food for the local community and providing employment.
We can change the rules. We can change the interpretation of the rules because we made them up in the first place as a species.